Good morning, my yoga loves. Still at Disney. Learned a lot about the microphone system in the iPhone and why my mic is having trouble overriding it. Apparently that's not a thing. So now I'm looking into other recording software. Anyways, just stay with me. I'm trying to be louder, but also not disruptive to others. So we're on an adventure. All right. I also feel like I teach a lot about grounding down in the earth and flowing like water. So today's practice, I want us to focus on air, on being light and breezy, okay? So coming to the top of your mat or the middle, just come onto your mat. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start by letting there be some air under our feet. So we're gonna hop. You're gonna be fine. Let's start hopping. Couple more hops. And done. So our goal here eventually in our practice is to be light as air. So when we land, silence, okay? So next in our effort to be airy and breezy, I want you to channel your inner Carlot blow-up doll. Just go with me, guys. So root down through the feet, bring the arms up overhead for Tadasana, and then just let them sway. Right? See kind of what feels good in the body, letting the hips articulate separately from the ribs. Maybe your fingers do a little waving also. Couple more breaths. And stop, arms down. You can be silly. Nobody will see you. Nobody will know. I, however, will be on the internet. Inhale, arms up overhead. Grab your elbows. And you can already tell that my natural inclination was to jut my ribs out. So my work is to knit the ribs down and pull the shoulders back. Lean to one side. Now we're going to work on making space and air around, going in a circle. Going back, and again. Just some unique ways to get into the lats. One more time this direction. Coming to the side, and then up to center. Stack your opposite way. So you'll notice again, you might have a rib situation, just fix it. In a minute you'll come out of integrity, but we're going to start that way. Lean to the other side and roll. And if you notice anywhere that feels like extra stuck, give it a breath. Stay for a moment. One more time. Back up. Roll the shoulders out, both directions. So in that same vein of keeping things light and airy, we're going to take a rag doll, but eventually you're going to swing so high like a pendulum that you almost come up to standing. So if you tend to get lightheaded, please make sure that you're breathing, okay? And I'll actually face you for this so you can see really how big we're getting. So the knees are bent, chest over thighs. Grab the elbows and start to swing. Getting bigger and bigger. Finally, you stand up maybe. Whew. You guys ever rode that ride that's like a pirate ship where it didn't actually flip over? That's what we're doing here. Woo! One more breath each side. And hang. Exhale. Inhale, roll back up. All right. Now I hope you feel a little more light in your energy. So many times our energies are very serious. I'm a lawyer, I'm a parent. No, like you can be many things and they can all have joy. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look at your hands, come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, feet to hands, landing as quietly as possible. Fold forward, rise up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Coming into your high push-up, we're gonna jump back, landing softly. Low push-up. Upward facing, downward facing. Again, feet to hands, land quietly. Halfway lift, and bow. Up, down. Halfway, high and low push-up again, jump. Lower, lift the heart, down dog. Warrior one, right leg forward, land quietly. So we're bringing the quality of air from our feet up. After you get your hips squared, I want you to do an air practice here. Lift the ribs away from the hips. Right? Sometimes we kind of sink. I want you to add air. And then the arms lift. Shoulders are still soft. Hinge forward. Arms come back to airplane arms. We're going to take flight. Warrior three or airplane pose. Land, warrior two, landing silently. Perfect. Same thing here, we're getting air between the ribs and the hips. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhale, settle. Inhale up. Exhale, settle. Inhale up. Exhale, settle. Cartwheel, down dog. Left leg, quiet warrior one. So this idea of bringing airiness into our lives. You know, airheads get a bad rep, right? For not being focused, for being kind of flighty. But everything is good in moderation. Hinge forward, arms come back, launch it. Try to just launch immediately. Airplane. Landing warrior two, again, soft. Inhale, straighten the leg, look up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Cartwheel the arms, down dog. Breathe here. Inhale, come up on the toes, look at the hands. Exhale, jump. Halfway lift. Heel toe the feet together. Chair pose. Hands to heart center. Drive up. Tadasana, hands at heart center. This is it. This is the pose. How can you be airy right now? Can your thoughts lift you higher? Samasthiti, arms down by your side. That's a form of meditation, right? Where we use our thoughts to envision our body being in a different place than it is. And for my therapists out there, yes, it is also how some children and people manage trauma. But done in a right way is healthy for us. Okay, Samasthiti, I digress. Inhale, right leg up. Extend your leg long. Bring it around to the side. Wrap it behind you, airplane pose. Land in your crescent, quiet. Easy twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Down dog. Inhale, look at your hands. Exhale, get your feet there. Halfway lift. Fold. Rising up, left leg comes up right away. Extend your leg out. Bring it to the side. Wrap it around behind you, airplane pose. Land in your crescent, you've got it. So actually being airy takes control. Easy twist. To land light as air, you have to be activating everything. Down dog. 3 breaths here. One more. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Fingertips wide. Walk your feet up. Come onto the toes, knees bend. We did this a couple days ago. Frog leaps, go. Landing quietly. Catch some air. Keep going. You still got it. One more. If you're doing 10, do 10. Land. Yogi squat. Good work, yogis. So the act of having air in that frog leap requires you to equally root down into the earth, right? None of the elements are independent of each other. Staying here for a few more breaths, working the torso up high. Drive through the heels, come up to standing. Tadasana. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, right leg up. Straighten it again. Open out to the side. Come into your airplane. Land in your crescent. Hopefully a little more gracefully than I did. Keeping the formation of your legs. Drop your hands. Walk your left foot to the outside of your mat. Then drop your right foot down. Lizard pose. You can choose to stay on the hands or drop onto the elbows, yogi's choice. Pressing back up onto the hands, tuck the right toes, downward facing dog. Feet to hands, halfway lift, fold. Inhale, rise up. Left leg extends. Open to the side. Carry it around. Airplane pose. Land in your crescent. Bring your hands to the ground, walk your right foot out, drop your left knee. Coming onto your elbows if you can. Pressing back up. Tuck the left toes, down dog. Coming onto your sit bones, sitting in an easy seat. Inhale your arms up. Bending the elbows, grab the elbows again. We did this at the beginning of practice. Lean to the side. And take those circles again. You might notice you can bend a little more forward than you could before, and also that you maybe don't go as far back, and that's okay. Back up to center, reclasp the other way, and opposite time. Coming to a seat. Roll out the shoulders, let the neck soften. With your eyes closed, I want you to allow your body to have a little more air between your hips and your ribs. Maybe you lift a touch higher, not with your shoulders, bending your knees, feet on the ground. Hands come out like zombie arms. Roll down slowly. Really slowly. Knees are bent, arms by your side. Press up for one bridge. Make it as active or inactive as you choose. Release, Supta Baddha Konasana. Before we move into our final pose, I want you to think of one area where you can bring a light, breezy perspective. typically the first thing that pops up is your answer. And once you feel complete, acknowledging that you're going to bring a breezy attitude to life, Savasana. Bring awareness back into your body. Move and stretch, yawn. Moving as lightly as possible. Come to a fetal position. In this fetal position, I want you to imagine the part of you touching the ground is grounding down into the earth. Your breath is still warm like fire, but it's flowing freely like water. The part of your body that is not on the ground is reaching up with lots of air and space. With the eyes closed, making your way to a simple seat encompassing all 5 elements: land, water, air, fire, space. You are infinite. The place in me that knows I am infinite acknowledges the place in each of you that is the same, and together we say, Namaste. Thank you, my yoga loves. I appreciate your patience as I figure out the speaker situation and how to best travel and teach, because our next destination is another beach and I don't want the waves to outshine the yoga. Have a good day.